Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the Gordon brand serrated machete, as they call it. What they meant is a sawback. So the item is coming in a big blister packaging. The Gordon brand I did not know for quite a while. It is a brand that is sold by Harbor Freight. And since we got a Harbor Freight close by for a while now, I did want to try that out. They make different knives, tools, items with the Gordon brand, but that machete, because it has a sawback, did catch my attention. We have a 18-inch blade, stainless steel. I would say pretty much the typical deal that you can get from China. Of course, it's made in China. We see that here on the sticker. The item even had a bit of blade protector on it as well. So let's put that away. The item itself, starting from the tip, typical nice belly. On the tip we have a hollow grind edge. The typical deal again, not very sharp out of the box, but easy to resharpen because the blade steel is the typical Chinesium, nothing too fancy. On top we have a saw blade. Unfortunately those teeth are all completely straight, as we see. They did not interchange or bend it a bit outwards, so you don't have a free floating motion together with that long part here, and of course the same on the other side. That can get stuck in the sawing motion. It depends. You need to go a bit back and forth as you saw that the channel gets wider with this kind of saw. I did not yet test it out on the saw blade. I did use the machete a little bit and also resharpen it. And if something bad or really positive will happen, I'm gonna put it in the comments. The tape here is from me. I always put that bit there. The edge goes to about here, and then the other part is not sharpened. What we have in this case is a nice rubber overmold handle. It's not too rubbery, not too soft, not too hard. It's a bit in between with the double guard. We see we can bend it a little bit, but it's not gonna, hopefully not gonna snap off. We have a top guard there too. If that one is in the way, you can always grind it off or saw it off. That is easy. We have some finger grooves, and of course the typical shape at the end with a big lanyard hole. So for a bigger hand like my hand, it fits really well. That was another reason why I got it. Usually the handles are, yeah, the typical machete deal, I say. This one is nice, comfortable, rubberized, and hopefully with a rather full tang. We don't see anything at the end sticking out, so hopefully the tang gonna go to about like here, but it's of course uncertain. I had actually two Gordon machete break on me back then, quite a while ago. So if it has a hidden tang, it's always a bit questionable. But yeah, the sheet. This item actually came with a sheet that is pretty nice. We have an inner core material and the outer material. The inner one is more like a plastic sheet, so that was not secured on top here by the entrance of the sheet. So I glued that already on, glued that together, because as the thing was separated, you had trouble to put the machete in the sheet. So that is already done. That is not from the factory. They should do that, but it is how it is. We have a belt loop quite a big belt loop. We have the typical deal of a Velcro strap here, so you can secure it. Then the material is rather light, so it's maybe more of a blade protector than an actual sheet. I don't know how long that material gonna last. If you have a cold steel machete, that material is thicker, more sturdy feeling than this one. Even as we have the rivets all over the place, manufacturing quality looks pretty good. It's nicely made and all that, but the material is relatively flimsy. I'm gonna quick put the machete in the sheet. I have to reach around the camera because that item is rather long. So as we put it in the sheet, you need to be careful with the sawback that you don't ruffle off the top of the sheet there, so that you can get in like that. Of course we have the usual play there, nothing too fancy, but once the strap, the Velcro strap is secured, I would say that is a pretty good setup. More of a blade protector for transport, storage and so on than actual sheet, but if you have light use, or you're not gonna carry it too far, say from the car a bit into the forest or wherever you are, to cut a bit around, that for sure gonna work. I would not take it on a jungle trip in the Amazonas or something like that because of the rather thin material, but at least they gave us a sheet with it. That is one of the main problems with machetes. If you get a machete, that you have a sheet either with it, or that you actually can get a sheet that fit and work, because with such a long blade you minimum need it as a blade protector. That would be for sure, for the safety and all that, good, especially if you have children or other people say in the shop or wherever the machete is in storage. The other problem, as usual, the machetes are never as sharp from the factory as they could be. They quite likely simply doesn't spend much time to actually sharpen the things. They manufacture it and then they leave it to the end user, the buyer, to sharpen it. That is in this case the same. Despite the hollow grind, it was not overly sharp right out of the box. So all in all, I would say for the price, pretty good. If the tang is a bit decent and it's not gonna break on me, that is something to select and to test. If we compare that with other machetes, I would say the best machetes that are available in USA is the Cold Steel brand, the ones that are made in South Africa. I use those in different styles for quite likely more than 15, maybe 20 years, and they never failed on me. They are really well made. Now the Cold Steel with China, that is a bit a different deal that you need to test out, but the South African ones are really nice. So that much about the Gordon brand machete.